Welcome to Chill Hangout number 11. I'm your host, Devious Dave Rose. And as always, let's start off the show by showing our gratitude and appreciation to all those who have chosen to spend their time with us here today. So we go to our list. Many hate watchers. Hi, Shid. Hi. We've got It's the Stanza, Latino Heat, the lovely Ms. Cora, and many more are going to be filtering in, as they've told me. We got Tex, who's listening, who's busy working right now, so he's got something to listen to. I believe Gabe Rodriguez is cooking up a storm, also while listening, and many more. But I wanted to do a stream today because I had the time. And, there's stuff to talk about. I could have done a drama diner, to be honest, but, looking to chill as well. And maybe some people, wanted to call in or whatever. So that's why we're doing it more a chill stream where calls are more actively taken than other streams. But that being said, a lot of stuff going on. I don't know if you guys tuned in yesterday for Hard Right, episode 1. I did a stream with Tex, and I think it went great. Great feedback from many people. And I had a lot of fun. It was just the pilot, obviously, so there was no intended structure for that show. We do plan to add some more structure and so forth, but this was more like a free-for-all, and just sort of like to set the mood, as it were, for the audience. And if you watched yesterday, you could see that him and I are on the same page on a lot of different things, and we don't really have to explain things to the other because we're already on the same page. We already know that sort of thing. For the audience, though, sometimes we do need to go into that. But, this is sort of like, instead of Physics 101, it's like, advanced physics postgraduate program. We're definitely aware of what each other is saying. We know the references, and I think yesterday really went to show how well we can hit it off, and how we can basically talk about the exact same subjects and have a lot of knowledge on both. But we were talking after the show yesterday, and we went for about an hour and a half, which wasn't bad at all, but both of us realized we could have gone for probably at least 3 hours or more. So, that is also the challenge as well, because, just because technically we could just do that on a fucking call. We don't necessarily need to stream it. But, we also have to take into consideration that some people can't hang around for 4 hours fucking straight. Or they'll complain, I don't have enough time to catch up with this shit. We're thinking of actually moving it to Thursday nights. The reason being is that, Monday night, you've got Monday Night Raw, you've got Joe's review and stuff, Tex is a fan of Joe. He does pop on quite often to his show, and I do believe he does watch WWF, or he still living 40 years ago. And, we're not going to take that away from him. Tuesday nights, you've got usually Not So Serious, or Not Too Serious, I can't remember. Drew, correct me. I can't remember. But yes, that's a great show. I love to tune in. You usually got the Rose there, Rose Gaming. You've got Casey is Raw. You got Drew, and sometimes you got a few other people. And they usually do it live. So no Tuesdays. Wednesday night, very often you do have either Can I Talk, Converted. Ken's used Wednesday nights for the longest time. Plus, there's AEW Dynamite. I think it's Dynamite on Wednesday. Yeah, Rampage is Friday. When they switched over the networks and shit, that kind of confused me. But regardless, and hey, I like AEW. And preferably, I would like to be able to watch the show live and Yeah, Wednesday nights is when that's at. So that isn't necessarily conducive. Text basically is available to start streaming after 9 p.m. So, we got to keep that in mind as well. He is in Central, so he's an hour behind me. So, we also don't want to be up till 4 in the fucking morning because, that kind of affects our day, the next day. So I'm thinking Thursdays is probably the best day. There's really, to my knowledge, nothing really that goes on there. I believe Impact Wrestling's on Thursdays, but I don't watch Impact. I heard it's getting good, but I'm still a little sour on them, how they treated Billy Corgan and fucked him over when he actually tried to help out Impact. And then obviously it was a Canadian company that decided to swing in, buy all the rights to Impact because they had their streaming service and fuck everyone else out of that stuff. So I'm still a little weary of that brand. But Thursdays is one of those days where there doesn't seem to be too much going on. We're not going to have an episode today, people. We had one already this week. But I'm thinking a weekly show on a Thursday night, either 9 to 10 or 9 to 11. 9 to 11 probably works out best. 2 hours is a good amount of time to talk about just about anything. And as you saw the other day, we could have kept talking. I literally, I was watching the time. I was keeping a few things into consideration, and I decided to pull the plug at an hour and a half. But I knew that we could have gone for a lot longer. So, basically, Thursday nights is probably the best night. Friday nights, obviously, you have either, well, it depends. I mean, I hear Friday Night Fire's coming back. So there's that. Sometimes Ken just goes live on Friday regardless with any sort of show. You got Monetize This, so it's a crowded night. I believe there's a few other channels that do things on Friday nights. And, you never know if there's going to be a Dave at night or Friday Night Fever or something like that because I've got time to spare or something. Or maybe a karaoke night. So Friday nights, they're loaded. And certainly wouldn't be conducive because, again, when people want to be able to watch one show and not have to choose between two shows they want to watch. And, Friday's always been the most challenging of those nights because at some points there's been 3-4 different shows going on at that time. So let me just smoke a bowl here, people. It's not 4:20 just yet, but let's imagine it is. Hi, shit. Hi. Hi, how does it feel that weed's not legal in your country, you fucking faggot? Hi. Okay, so apparently this show is called Less Than Serious. So I fucked that one up. But, so Thursday nights, starting next week, Thursday 9 to, we'll see. It'll probably be 9 to 11. But I think that's fair. 2 hours every week of literally the most hard-hitting stuff. And Tex talked about it a lot yesterday where, we really are basically the only two. And yes, there are more. But, I mean, we're willing to say this straight up on fucking air and shit. I mean, we were going into race like nobody's business yesterday. And, obviously something I did mention to him. He had a good chuckle. But, don't think that you can do the exact same thing on Joe Cronin's show. But on my channel, we really don't give a fuck. There's only two things really that we can't really, strange occurrences is what I call them. Think of it this way. The word that will have my channel struck, it's two words. The first word is the opposite of true. So it starts with an F, right? I know what you're getting. And the second word is the cloth or banner that countries use to represent them. Also, starting with an F. So these are the strange occurrences. When I said that actual word, when I was doing a stream with Lucky Low back in the day, channel got struck. And we couldn't broadcast for 3 months. So we had to have another one. It happened on my channel when I said it once. So we got to be careful on that one. And the other rule, I can't remember what it was. It was just basically to prevent triggering of the algorithm for flagging the channel for something that's inappropriate, blah, blah, blah. But other than that, there's really no rules. And, Tex knows that, and certainly was shooting from the hip yesterday, as was I. And that's the way we like it, and that's the way it has to be. And, as Tex was saying, you're really not going to find that in this community. There's very few people, if at all, that is going to, that are, I should say, going to speak so openly on such controversial topics and not only not give a fuck about people's ignorance, but to put them in their place. So Tex and I really are on the same page on that one. So we've got Casey's Raw in the chat. Shout out to Casey's Raw. Says, can I place an order for cucks wax? No, see, we don't market to cucks, but because they don't have no cock. But you're talking about the cocks wax, because obviously there's enough wax in one of those tubes to wax more than one cock. So that's why it's called cocks wax. And it's on back order right now, Casey. There's the supply shortage and all that, and all the cocks wax is being rediverted both to the Mexican border and into New Jersey, because apparently the Latinos and the mestizos now have figured out the quality of the cocks wax. And when you've got Greasy Illegal as the spokesperson of the brand, you're going to have a lot of other illegals saying, I got to get that too. That would be great for me. I mean, I always wax my eyebrows, but I mean, I never thought about the cocks. But the cocks would be great, because then it'll match the curtains will match the drapes, the eyebrows will match the crotch. The cocks. So yeah, good show yesterday. Looking forward to the next one, and so much that we could be discussing. And there'll be a little more structure next time, just because I think it's relevant and important to discuss weekly events and so forth. Again, use the equation that worked so well when it came to monetize this. Start off the show somewhat serious, review real life events, articles, that sort of thing, and then devolve into the crazy. But neither Tex nor I are crazy, despite some people thinking that we're conspiracy theorists. And we're gonna go from there. So there's tons of stuff, and again, I appreciate Tex actually doing something that I don't normally recommend. I do some from time to time, but putting suggestions in the chat as to what topics you might want covered between us, and as I've outlined, really there's no topic we're not willing to cover. Literally, like we might have to change the word to strange occurrence as opposed to the FF, but we're still going to talk about it. We're going to display our doubts, and we're going to display evidence. And trust me, I've got a lot of evidence. So Tex won't have to worry about producing any graphics or anything, because I've got it all in the bag, baby. So Cora says, I disagree with you both on a lot, but I do not think you are crazy. Well, that's fine, but there are some people that do. I guess that's fine too. But we're Tex and I will take great pleasure in putting them in their spot and reminding them that we know more. And just as a side note and stuff, I do find it comical that somebody would try to judge Tex just because of his accent, the way he talks, and the way he dresses. And yet this guy knows more than 99% of the people out there. So don't judge a book by its accent. And understand that, if you underestimate somebody, more often than not, they're going to embarrass you. So. Costanza says, Mello voted for Hillary and you didn't. You're fine, Cora. Yeah, that again, I don't understand what's going on there. I mean, and his Mello's justification is just insane. I can't accept it whatsoever. On a side note, though, I heard the other day, Ken had a show, I think, on a Wednesday. I don't know if it was this week or last week, but I think it was on a Wednesday. I didn't get to hear the entire thing. I was busy cleaning. A lot of cleaning these days with fucking sale of the house. Because my dad's just so terrible at cleaning, so I gotta literally chase after him. But yeah, he mentioned something about his buddy, the Hebrew Hammer, and I believe he's changed his name. It's like something the Hebrew Hammer. Um, but yeah, a longtime friend of Ken's. He's been in this chat. Actually, he was in this chat the other day. Um, I don't remember which. Oh no, I think it was the Kerbal stream. Regardless, he popped up here. I've seen him in Ken's chat when I was on there. Um, I was on his shows, I should say. And I saw him, was it in our chat the other day? Yeah, Ken talking about him joining the crew and stuff should be interesting because first of all, he's quite vocal and in the chats and so forth, but Ken says that that's the way he is in real life as well. So to hear what he might have to offer, I think would be quite interesting, quite interesting, I should say. But I would love to hear, because he certainly doesn't sound as, how can I put this, deluded as Mello. Because they might both be Jewish, but it seems like Hebrew Hammer certainly has his head screwed on right. And Mello obviously has a bobblehead. And I'm one to talk, yes, because you've seen me doing my promos and stuff. My head's bouncing around. Apparently, C-Man thinks that's a tick or something, as opposed to actually trying to ham it up. Because Mello's not the only one who can. But I don't have the body mass to do it like Mello. He certainly would be much better fit for a pig spit roast. Shout out to the man with 2 first names in the chat. But so I'd love to hear actually interaction between Mello and Hebrew Hammer. That would be quite interesting because I've heard again debates between people that despite their backgrounds or shared ethnicities, they're totally opposite politically, and some of the best conversations come from that. So looking forward to seeing what occurs there. What else was I going to say? Still trying to get a hold of Gabe. I know that Gabe's busy, but Gabe and I have been talking about trying to do another Too Many Chefs, and when we can nail that down, that should be good. Shout out to the 15 viewers, and I'm sure that one of them, who seems to be so obsessed with me, yet I don't know, because he claims, Dave, you should have a job. But it's not like I haven't been looking or anything. It's not like I don't have any other fucking responsibilities. But the guy's got so much fucking time on his hands that it really does make you think that. I'm trying to find the shit photo. It really does make you think that this guy is just. It makes you realize this guy's way too fucking obsessed, and. Clearly, I've affected him so greatly that he can't break me. He can't break me obviously, but he can't let me go. What's that term? From the Brokeback Mountain fucking shit. Cora, you've probably seen that movie 100 times. I Can't Quit You. There we go. I've never seen the movie. I remember the commercial and shit. Obviously it seemed very gay because it was gay, and I certainly wouldn't watch that. I can't quit you. That's what shit is saying to me. That's what fucking shit is. He was apparently, Tony was, this is also funny. Let's go into this then. It's a chill stream, but maybe it's a not so chill stream. So apparently Tony was streaming earlier today. Apparently Cora has never seen it before. That's very strange for a Democrat whose, proclivities are to favor the gays, right? Throwing the sparkles on them and like, oh, you're beautiful and fabulous, and right? That's what Democrats do, don't they? I've seen it on TV. CNN told me that. Apparently she hates Jake Gyllenhaal. Okay. What did he ever do to you? So apparently she says, I'm not a Democrat, for fuck's sake. So apparently Tony went live today on YouTube. Now, rumor had it he just went to Twitch and was doing his streams there. That's the gaming place, right? apparently he's now back on YouTube. And, okay, I mean, I don't get it. But he's back on YouTube. He's not, again, I thought it was going to be drama and shit if he was on YouTube, but he's playing his trucking game, so I guess there wasn't much of an audience there on Twitch, which is odd, because that's the gaming place. But, yeah, apparently he was saying some shit about YR. Yeah, I'll play that clip right now, actually. It was sent to me, so I'll play that for you guys. Actually, before I do, I will say this. The other day I had a chill stream, and, you know, I encouraged people to call in, and Tony actually called in. And I just said, and you could listen back and hear, I was like, nope, not taking a call from you. So it was basically Tony. It was on Tuesday at 5:45 p.m., so this past Tuesday. He says, guess it's like that, huh? Did something change from the last 2 times you took my call? And then it says LOL, and then he says fickle. No, you basically used up your value, really. I mean, the only reason why I took the 2 calls last time, A, was to prove a point that I was correct, and that does seem to rub people, you know, the wrong way. But again, I'm right, you're wrong, and you know it. But more importantly, and it is more important, is that it was also to, basically, to me, you're like a useful idiot. The same term that the communists use on, you know, those that they manipulate. You were just proving my point, and you were basically, you know, sort of being highlighted as the scum that I was discussing. So basically, it worked out for me, and it benefited me. I don't know about you, and nor do I care, but the full purpose and point was to benefit me, to show, hey, told you guys, I was right, yet again. I know it bothers you. Hi, Travis, hi. But we're right again. So basically, I just let him expose himself and so forth, and that served its purpose. Done. Again, this guy comes back out of the blue. Oh, you're not taking my call? No, I'm not taking your call. You've served your purpose, and that's it. You're irrelevant. Nobody apparently cares, you know. I've seen some screenshots saying apparently, what was it? Nobody watches my gaming stream. Tony's got more viewers than him. Well, I've always recognized that, you know, there's stupid people like shit out there that don't understand the basics of orbital mechanics or really just are too stupid for anything. So there's not going to be, you know, many people interested in my scientific explanations when it comes to Kerbals, but there are. And in fact, the other day, the minimum I had was fucking 7 viewers. And I think it went up to 14 at one point. So, again, if people are tuning in, they're clearly interested. And if they're staying tuned in, they're liking what they see. So, yet again, proven wrong. Good job there, shit. But, yeah, so let's play this clip real quick. Because okay, so this clip here comes from Tony's show earlier today. And I just got to find it. And, yeah, apparently he's mad at YR. I don't know what YR did this time. He's been kind of quiet. He did I think on Monday he did Music Maniacs. Oh, that reminds me. His Music Maniacs is usually Monday and Thursday. So, you know, I got to pick a day, YR, and Thursday's going to have to be the day. The other days don't work for me and Tex. Well, they'll work, but they won't work as well as we'd like. Plus, you know, he wants to watch Raw. I want to watch Dynamite. We deserve our time too, right? So yeah, let's hear this.
Dad, get the fuck out of here. I'm glad YI's channel fucking fell. I'm glad everybody realized he was a scumbag.
Douchebag, you haven't been here that long, but we always kind of knew that, okay? Also, his channel is still up, so I don't know how it fell. Again, like, nobody was watching you, Tony. You had, like, between 1 and 4 viewers throughout your broadcast?
You know what I'm saying? If that happened to any one of you guys, you would have felt the same fucking way. So fuck off.
I don't get the context here. What felt the same way?
If you're not down with what like my stance and shit.
then we won't watch, which is why I don't watch. These clips are sent to me.
At least siding with me on that, then fuck you.
Fuck you.
You know what I mean? That's all.
I don't know what you mean.
That's all I'm saying, guys. You know, not like fuck you personally, but you know what I mean.
Cora says in the chat, the GOP needs to evolve to be more moderate, less extreme, and therefore they wouldn't be conservative. And the fact is, they're not conservative now as it is, okay? A real conservative conserves tradition, conserves culture. Most of the people that name themselves Republican are fucking rhinos. They're part of the uni party, just like the fucking Democrats. So they all basically belong to the same club, and they're all going to vote for the same bullshit, like sending billions of dollars to Ukraine when the country is falling apart and gas prices are through the roof, and there's a food shortage, and there's a baby formula shortage. Let's continue. But no, again, the conservative, anybody that's claims to be, well, not everybody. How about this? A big number of people that claim to be conservative have shifted to the left. So now they're more in center or to the left. So there are very few real conservatives. If I was in power, I'd show you what conservatism is. Yeah, let's continue on here. So this is kind of interesting. You know what? I'm just going to show these images because I think it's more important. I'm hoping maybe Ken is around watching, because I think he would be interested in these images that I'm about to show as well. But yeah, obviously, guys, you can tell that I've damaged Shid's brain beyond fucking recognition. And he can't stand the fact that he couldn't humble me. And I've got the screenshots. It's like, I hope you can humble Dave because I wasn't. It's like, that's how obsessed he is. And he's constantly making new accounts. And he's obviously still so sour about being humiliated. And you know what? I can't take all the credit for this. Absolutely not. Travis TLC did a fucking bang-up job exposing Shid. And he just observed, and he just, took his notes, documented it all, and then exposed the entire fucking thing. And Shid, for probably months afterwards, was just going on and on and on about, oh, Travis the detective, blah, blah. So basically, he made you work to try to constantly make a new account, because every time that you'd open your fucking mouth online, he'd instantly identify and say, okay, that name goes to the list. Or he'd even call you out. Fucking pathetic. But obviously, I've done some good damage to you too. So let's get these images up here. There we go. Skibbity bop da da. Oh, whatever happened to predictability? All right, so we'll do that one first. Shit is from the UK, man with two first names. He's just an automatic cuck. So I believe I think he's in Wales. I can't remember. But yeah, definitely the entire United Kingdom is royally fucked. They're a bunch of cucks, by the way. And, they deserve the destruction of their nation and their culture. So let me read this out to you for those that can't pay attention. Might be driving, might be working, handling heavy equipment. Don't want you getting hurt. So, I guess this is the one. Let me just quickly check. Yeah, okay. So, big up Ash Dring. Don't know what the fuck that is, but clearly this guy's got less vocabulary than the Facts channel. So I'll read it out for you. Every single line here. You're all fake, and I know better drama than this. So this is on Tony's chat. Okay, well, you know better drama? Go find it. Or make your own channel. Why are you there? And he says, way better drama. Okay, go watch, was it Drama Report or whatever, with Keemstar. Says, I'm going to keep presenting a better drama to people like everyone craves. What? How? By just being in the chat? That's not really doing shit. You could pull Dave Rose and do a 12-hour stream or something. But you're not. Then he says, like Ken used to try and do with Joe detractors. Don't know why he thinks that's the truth. But obviously shit is a liar and he's trying to start shit. Then he says, man, look at the way he types. What a fucking degenerate. Says, pretty soon Ken will have nobody. Are you kidding me? Are you going to tell me that right now Ken is not at the epitome, if not, on the rise for the popularity of his channel, for his brand, for the people that are on his shows? You're fucking retarded. And again, what? Because I'm not there no more, Ken will have nobody? Yeah, so Filthy is literally just going to leave and be like, fuck you, Ken. Mello, the Ham Planet fucking hamming it up and, being stupid. He's going to leave Ken? I don't think so. Shannon's not going to be on the show? I don't think so. Who else is on Saturday nights? Trying to think. Who else has been on Saturday nights? Well, you've had Nikki from time to time. Who's more consistent on a Saturday? I'm trying to remember. I'm missing somebody's name. I know that for certain. Yeah. So these people, Ken's going to have nobody? What? Because he certainly has a lot of people watching him. I mean, the other day, Ken and Joe were both live, and Ken had more than half the viewers of Joe at that point. So I believe, let's say Joe had 150. Ken had 80, 85. So that, is not pittance. Then he says, I know where all the best drama resides on YouTube. Well, then why are you in fucking Tony's chat while he's fucking driving a truck game, huh? And then he says, I'll kill Ken's channel with simply offering better drama to all his fake fans. So again, fake friendships, fake fans, fake microphone? I don't know. How can you kill Ken's channel? How? By offering better drama to what channel? To a channel that you know better drama of, or one that you're going to produce yourself? That doesn't make any sense. And what? You show up in Ken's chat and be like, hey guys, it's like a fucking Family Guy. This guy's a phony. This guy's a phony. Well, okay, so he's a phony, and what, you're going to put the link to your channel in his chat so people can go watch you because you can do it better? Huh? No. That's not how it works. Pathetic, and clearly extremely obsessed. And again, for the life of me, I can't recall Ken talking about shit or even bringing anybody else up. I mean, at all. No, no drama. Not even Joe. Not even bringing up Joe. So I don't get it. Let's look at this next image here. This is the next one, apparently. And so I can't keep up with the chat. I know there's some political discussions there as well. Shout out to the 21 viewers. Speaking of 21, May 21st is coming up soon. This Monday is May 23rd, which will be Victoria Day. We call it the May 2-4 because usually it falls on the 24th, but it's the first Monday, after the 20th, I believe. Regardless, we celebrate Queen Victoria's birthday, I believe. And it's basically the unofficial start of summer here. A lot of people, the highways are terrible those days, that weekend, because everyone's going up to their cottage or going to, a lake, a beach, or, amusement park. And we have barbecues, fireworks, and it's a nice time. But back to the discussion here. Man with two first names says shit is gay. Could be. I know that he is highly over obsessed with other grown men that he'll call grown men that are covered in drama. But then he says he knows the better drama. Maybe he lacks a father figure. Maybe a positive male role model. Maybe he does want to kiss pickles. I don't know. But okay, so we've seen this image here. Let's hold on. Well, I was looking at the previous one. So next one, 20 viewers. Well, I've got 21 right now, bud. It says Ken is not entertaining without drama. That would be totally false. Ken produces good comedy. Not all of it that I like, but I mean, clearly other people do like, because you can't hold 80 viewers if people aren't enjoying themselves. Not everyone's a hate watcher, shit. But he does comedy all the time, making jokes, laughing, having fun, trying to be jovial, playing the clips. Really, he's not. But what? Hold on. What drama does he do? Does he have a drama emperor type show? No. Does he have a drama diner type show? Maybe, if you want to consider No Hard Feelings, but it's not really. I mean, can't really compare that to what I've done. So no. So what drama are you talking about? Like drama between co-hosts? Like what are you talking about? So again, more faggotry from Shid. Then he says, how does it feel knowing you're worth nothing and only the people like me with integrity are continuously called for? Nobody's calling for you. We're ridiculing you. Again, my hi shit hi has been adopted by so many different people. You got Nicky J doing his farming stream, and then hi shit hi. People love it because people love to make fun of you because you're so fucking pathetic. And again, how does it feel knowing you're worth nothing and people like you with integrity? First of all, what integrity? Where's your channel? Where's you on camera? Where's you calling into a show? No, nothing. You're not called for. You're made fun of. There's a big difference. And again, you're the one who's always talking about me there, shit, aren't you? Aren't you so obsessed? Claiming, oh, Dave Rose should get a job. What do you work as? Because from everything I've seen, you're always online and you're always complaining. You won't make anything of your own, but you're always complaining. Seems like a jilted lover. And now he says, all Dave does is call for me, hoping I'll make him relevant. I make myself relevant. It's as simple as that. And people want me around. People want me on their shows. People want to do shows with me. People want to interact with me. So, again, it's not my first rodeo, and it's all cyclical. It always happens over and over again. But it is what it is, and I'm still fucking here, and you still haven't humbled me, have you, shit? But again, unless you're willing to step up to bat, shut the fuck up. Because what have you ever provided other than trolling? Nothing. I mean, you were so mad at Scott that you were willing to do all these things, impersonate him and all that, and you had him convinced a few times that you were trying to help him out, but other times he straight up called you out and embarrassed you. So, and at least he's made an effort. At least Scott has made an effort to improve himself and to change things. And you can see it in his conduct. You have consistently, not as consistent as me, being Mr. Consistent and all, but you have consistently shown yourself that you're unwilling to change, but more importantly is that you're obsessed. Someone says no to you, just like the little toddler that you are mentally, and you'll never accept it. Whether it be me, whether it be Scott, whether it be Ken, whether it be anybody. You get spanked and you have your little tantrum because clearly your mental retardation is probably genetic, to be honest. Let's continue. It says every stream for the last week, Dave has been calling on me to make him relevant. No, not at all. I say hi, shit, hi, because I know you're watching and you hate that, and you've admitted that, and I got the screenshot for that. You hate it. You hate it, which is hilarious. But of course I'm going to do it if I know you hate it. I'm Devious Dave Rose, asshole. You don't think I'm going to use this? Of course I am. So hi, shit, hi. I just got a message here. Let me just see what the hell this is. Good feedback on the show. And again, do you have the guts to even call any show? No, you're a coward, just like basically everyone in the UK. So. Then he says, you'll never be relevant, Dave. You spoiled all the drama and fun. So I'll never be relevant. That doesn't make sense because clearly if I've been around for so long, if I've had my sail away, championships, 12, if people have asked me on shows, if I've caused so much drama that you had, Joe talking shit, you had other people talking shit, I'm not relevant. I'll never be. Well, clearly I reached relevancy a long time ago. Shit, Joe would not have even asked me to do this is how I first started working with Joe. Joe would have not even asked me to do a Boston-Toronto review stream with him if he didn't see some relevancy. And then, what happened? I became a co-host for a long time and obviously presided during the Golden Age. So clearly that's false. I reached relevancy a long time ago. But more importantly, this is the more telling thing. This is where we really get to the crux of the matter, people. And I think maybe I should have made it into a drama diner, but whatever. We're chilling here. I'm chilling. But I do love to break this down and analyze and reveal how stupid shit is. But also give people a heads up that, he is going to continue to obsess over them regardless because he's a worthless loser and eventually will be probably raped by a Muslim there. But in the UK, as is the way in the UK. So what's the next one here? Okay, so this is the crux now. You spoiled all the drama and fun. So Dave Rose, okay, this is where a lot of people, and it's not just Shid, but there's a lot of other people out there that have basically said the same thing. How can I put this? I didn't tolerate shit. That's the best way to put it. I didn't tolerate shit, stood up for myself, and showed that I'm much more powerful than I reveal. And people didn't like that very much because I spoiled their fun. What did they want to see? They literally wanted to see Scott McKinnon drink himself to death. Now, regardless of the shit that he's pulled on me, regardless of the shit that he's pulled on Ken and many other people, there's karmic repercussions with that. And again, that's the only reason why I had ever started working with Scott in the first place. I wanted the guy to get help. I thought that maybe I could help him on that journey. Okay? Same thing with Bullfrog. Same thing with all these other people. You think I just I'm just going to strong on my way in here. You want to stream? I'll tell you how to do. No, it's like, hey, I know this stuff too. I mean, you want me to help you out? Fine. I did the same thing with fucking, what's his name? Jacob RP. It all started nice, It's like, you do streams, can I help out? Sure, why not? I mean, if I can help someone else express themselves and, use something and help them, with a shortcut to learn this stuff, awesome. But, and even YR and all these other people. So it's always been about trying to help people out, but it's never been about maliciousness, which this is where we get to the crux. Again, the malicious nature of many people in this community, again, greasy illegal, a big one, is that their desire is not to see people enjoying themselves, people having fun, people being friendly. They want to see conflict. They need to see conflict. They need to see fights because they're so pathetic in their own lives. They've got no control over their own lives that the only way that they can feel in control is to basically see others experience conflict because they've experienced so much conflict in their life that they can't feel alone. Misery loves company. Okay? So this is a perfect explanation of this situation. So I spoiled all the drama and fun. I probably oversaturated the community with drama. Shout out to the 26 viewers right now. But hey, during war, all is fair. And the drama wars, were quite extensive. Power trips, fucking drama diners. Don't hate me because I'm good at what I do. Okay? Nobody does it better. Nobody does it better, yeah! Cream of the crop! But, yeah, and it wasn't just me, but I had a big part in it. But yes, drama's basically been killed in this community. And people are also very oversaturated and tired of drama. What you want... Basically, this is what he's revealing, is he wants people to start problems. And it's not just him, there's others. But shit is quite the proponent of trying to continue to stir shit, to start problems and stuff, when clearly if you're trying to start a problem with me and Ken, find another hobby, because it ain't gonna fucking happen. And that should apply to you too there, Travis TLC. But ain't gonna fucking happen. So... clearly, you've lost again. So, in conclusion, I remain relevant, and I spoiled your fun because you're a malicious, evil piece of shit. And, because I did use the image of Jimmy Savile, that disgusting pedophile and necrophiliac, as representation of you, I think it's the perfect analogy, because you truly are evil and you are garbage. And living in the UK, I know absolutely certain either you're going to get stabbed to death because, now that they've banned guns, nobody's going to fucking commit crime, right? Yeah, stabby. And you got a lot of those roving, what they call Asian gangs, Muslims, Pakistani Muslims, and you're going to be gang raped. You'd probably love it, but then they're probably going to, cut you open from anus to Adam's apple. And, you'll be disposed there. So, God save the Queen. Now, his next comment is, and I don't, listen, look at this. Look at how it progresses. So he's talking about me now. And then he goes to Ken. So what'd Ken do to you? Can you show me on the doll where Ken hurt you? So it says, Ken is feeling the effect of this. The affects of this. You mean the effects of this. Fucking, you're in the land where English formed. How can you not fucking speak it? Or write it? Or know it? He says, you took it all too seriously, like every detractor wanted to do real life damage to you. When you have people actually threatening your safety or the safety of your family, yes, it is real life damage, stupid. When they're calling up your work, that's real life damage, stupid. I guess it's easier for you because you don't have a job, right? Shout out to the 27 viewers right now. So then he says, it's YouTube, not a kangaroo court. No, it's an absolute kangaroo court. Okay? On this channel, this is not a democracy. It's not even a constitutional republic like America, which I love so much. It's a dictatorship. It's an authoritarian, autocratic dictatorship. I am your God here. Shit. On my channel, I dictate, I create, and I destroy. And I choose what goes. So, when it comes to the court of public opinion, I present the truth. And clearly, I continue to come out as my namesake and smell like roses. And he says, the only people you have left following you are autists who can't tell the difference. I don't know if now he's talking about Ken or if he's talking about me. But that would be false. And on top of that, 26 viewing right now. Statistically speaking, maybe one of you has autism. Maybe two. But, okay. And? Like, so basically what he's doing is he's calling you all stupid. So anyone who's watching Dave Rose or Ken, they're all stupid. And obviously this guy is such a genius, he is the authority on who's stupid, right? All right. So there's even another one here that was sent to me. Because he keeps going on and on and on. And I do think it's comical to address, because especially because of the Ken stuff. Again, I've done enough damage to Shid's ego that he's going to be dreaming about me for, well, forever. I mean, I live rent-free in his mind. But what has Ken done? And Ken hasn't even been on very often these past couple of weeks. But what has he done? Can you show me on the doll where he hurt you? Because I can show you on the doll where I hurt you. It's in the cranial region. But what did Ken ever do? Like, what drama has Ken been talking about? What drama has Ken been starting? What comments has he said about you? Or basically anybody else for that matter. I didn't watch I watched a few parts of Insomniac from last Saturday, but Mello was on, and it was very difficult for me to endure that. So I just see again. It's called personal responsibility and choice. There, shit. Oh, Mello's on Ken's show. Well, I'm not keen on Mello. Okay, I guess I won't watch. Boom. See how simple that is? See how simple that is? It's personal choice. It's not being a little bitch like you. Well, I want it my way. Why don't you do it? I want to see people suffer. No, it's like, oh, well, Mello's on again. Okay, let's see if I can find something else to watch. Done. Look at it. What? Am I sending letters to Ken's congressman saying, you got to get this guy to stop making these videos with Mello because they're so boring, they're wrecking my Saturday nights? Really? Like, really? Fucking retarded. Fucking retarded. But also shows how obsessed you are, shit, which is, I do have to take that as a personal badge of honor. Well, I take it with a badge of honor when anybody obsesses over me, just for the fact that I know I can get under people's skins. I can establish a luxury suite, penthouse, obviously, in their minds, and live rent-free. And no matter how much of a tantrum they have, they still haven't stopped me. They're not going to stop me. And there's nothing they can do about it. That's why they don't like it. Because they are reminded about how powerless they are. Not just in their own pathetic little lives, but in the world in general. So, again, you got nothing. So this last image here, and I've transitioned it. Okay, so now he's saying, Ken's channel is dead. Ken's channel is dead. So he repeats it twice. Really? Last time I checked, those subs are going up. And like I said, he had more than half. Sorry, I think I've got a sneeze coming on, but I don't know. More than half of what Joe had during that time, at the same time and such. Certainly not dead. And then he says, Ken, by my standards, what standards? You got no standards. You're a limey. You guys eat fucking baked beans on bread. Okay? English cuisine is probably the most pathetic cuisine out there. Which makes perfect sense because that's why you got people like, what's his name? Gordon Ramsay making real food, i.e. French food. That's proper cuisine. But the UK, it's fucking a bunch of lardos, a bunch of fucking disgusting, rotten tooth freaks. But at least you're not speaking German, right? Yeah, how about those rape epidemics again with all the Muslim invaders? Yeah. So then he says, Ken, by my standards, as a YouTuber, is dead. Well, I guess your standards are really fucked up or just plain wrong, because Ken is, as a YouTuber, is not dead, continues to put out content, and people continue to flock to his channel and want to be on his show. You know, want to be a co-host, want to call in. You can't deny that. You can't ignore that. Then he says, ha ha ha, Ken is done. Ken is done on YouTube. Actually, I doubt that entirely. I mean, I believe he may be going live tomorrow, but we certainly do know that he's going live on Saturday nights. So that's kind of the opposite of the whole done word. I don't get it. Well, I do. You're an idiot. That's basically what it is. But I do have to put things in a method that makes people think, you know. Sorry, I had to take a drink. I've been talking for quite some time. Skype lines are open if you want to call in. Not you, Tony. But yes, let me catch up with the chat. Oh, Fesloof in the chat says, what up, DDR? Tony is still so bent. LOL. Yes, a lot of people are. A lot of people. And the consistency is the same. Somebody gets rejected or denied by something that you want to be a part of. Now, there's two types of people, I should say. People like me, and I'm sure like many of you too, who say, oh, fuck, I'm not wanted here. Okay, I'll do my own thing. And then people come to you and like, oh, do you want to be part of my thing? Well, okay, sure. I mean, fine. And then there's those people who's like, no, you can't reject me. You can't deny me. I'm part of this community. And in fact, if I've got to kick everybody else out of this community just so that I can prove that you're all wrong, that's what I'm going to do. Not, I'm going to make my own community, make my own whatever. No, it's like, you're all wrong. And it's like that saying during the Iraqi war that they were making fun of. He didn't really say it, but Bush Jr. It's like, I'm going to bring you democracy and freedom even if I have to kill every single one of you. So, again, an equivalent of that. And I do find it comical. But, yeah, apparently, Feslov, Tony did not get so much excitement there on Twitch with his trucking game. So he's gone back to YouTube. Not too sure why. I mean, I thought, again, the whole thing was he was going to use Twitch for gaming and YouTube for drama-related items. But I guess that's different. So according to my YouTube studio here, I've got 32 concurrent viewers. Stream, I guess, might be a little delayed, but shows 26. But regardless, certainly a lot more numbers than that Tony had watching him today. And yeah, is it more numbers than when I do a gaming stream? Yes, because not everyone wants to watch me play a game from 1991. Okay? Not everyone wants to listen to me nerd out talking about space, about the potential for colonization of other planets, fag stuff, smart, intelligent stuff that's, I guess only associated with fags, right? Books and art and culture, that's fag shit, right? Not that you would even fucking know, you fucking uncultured fuck. But, and I'm talking about shit here. But, just fucking pathetic. It's a false fucking equivalency, and you just highlight how stupid you are. Which is great for me, because then I don't have to really lift much of a finger at all. Make no effort, and you reveal how stupid you are. I mean, even when it came to Travis, all you had to do was just keep typing your fucking shit into the chat, and he'd be like, okay, there, name. And he was using specialized tools as well to confirm your channels. Pathetic. Back to the chat, we got Fesloof, who says, Tony got tired of entertaining 2 viewers, so he comes back to YouTube to entertain 5. LOL. Exactly. And again, okay, fine, whatever, but it's like, don't, I don't know. don't consider it like such a big deal in the sense that, oh, I'm back on YouTube and people are going to tune in. Like, no, nobody cared before, nobody cares now. The only people who really care are those that want to use your channel to espouse, whatever fucking bullshit they want, like shit. And there's others, like facts. And you let them be on there. You really couldn't give a shit. You are the type of person that would, you'd dox somebody and not even fucking blink an eye. So yeah, you really couldn't give a flying fuck about what goes on in your chat because it's attention. It's people there. So as long as they're there giving you the numbers, you're happy with that. But you don't really care about what they're saying, what they're doing, or who they're targeting. And as we saw with those screenshots, you can see that, Shid, for example, is obviously quite obsessed with both me and Ken. Now, I can understand with me, but what the fuck did Ken ever do to this guy? What? Because I honestly don't ever remember Ken ever even talking about Shid. He may have done it so in passing or something. But, probably lumped in with a bunch of other stupid trolls. But, I mean, he hasn't made an issue like I have where I've made a graphic for you and said, "Hi, Sheed." In fact, hi, Sheed. Hi. Also, I'm thinking, I've been thinking about this for a while. I was thinking of surprising you, but fuck it. I'm going to make how people have those videos that are 10 hours long? It's like rain or, it's ASMR or whatever, right? I'm going to make a long video of this graphic showing. And basically you hearing, "Hi, Sheed, hi," and put that on repeat. And that'll be the entire video for 10 hours or something. I think I might actually do it tomorrow, because I've got a lot of things to do, so I can leave the computer running, recording it, I'd stream it privately and then premiere it. And yeah, anytime that you want to hear "Hi, Shid, hi," and, see Yukio here, do a little wave, you'll be able to tune in. So if you're having trouble falling asleep, instead of tuning into the rain stream, you can tune into "Hi, Shid, hi." How does that make you feel there, Shitty? Fucking UK limey fuck. Cool thing is, it would only take a nuke from Russia's closest land-based nuclear launch site to get to London in about... How much was it? I think it was 200 seconds. So, you're looking at just 3 minutes. I hope they fucking irradiate the English Isles. And what it's in it. We've got... It's the man with two first names in the chat says, "Dave Rose, Space Talk is my fave content." Well, I really much appreciate that. See, there are people out there that actually do enjoy that stuff. And I enjoy it too. And I could be talking alone. I could be talking to one person. I could be talking to an auditorium. But I nerd out, love space, love to play Kerbals because it's a fun game regardless. If you're not even fucking talking, you're still fucking blowing shit up. You're fucking launching shit. You're trying to, and sometimes it's like you're at the edge of your seat. You're, white knuckle tight, trying to make sure that you can launch and you don't burn up or whatever. And yeah, see comments like that, I really do appreciate. And yeah, if you ever want to call in and play space, I'm down. You can be mission control or, somebody else, and I can play some other role. But I don't give a fuck. I'm 42 years old, and I'm willing to play space. No fucking problem. Just like Bubbles on Trailer Park Boys, I'll fucking put on a jumpsuit, and we'll fucking play space. Abso-fucking-lutely. In fact, that deserves an image to show you. Many, I believe, haven't watched Trailer Park Boys, and you should. It is truly one of the greatest Canadian institutions to ever have been created. Um, but yes, let's put this. Yes. I'm going to put this up. Yeah, this is good. Um, so Ricky is trying to play space with. Oh, God damn it! These WebP images are fucking trash. And I'm only putting this up because it's relevant. Another WebP. God damn it! All right. Well, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm just gonna share my fucking screen. How about that? You know, this fucking thing wants to play this way. Okay, we'll play. We'll play. So let's just get this transferred here. Windows capture. There we go. So transition here. I'll read it out to you. So you got Ricky there. See, Ricky and Bubbles playing. Well, there's Ricky. There's Bubbles. I think that's Julian. So, Breaker, come in. Actually, this one's better. Breaker, come in, Earth. This is Rocket Ship 27. Aliens fucked over the carbonator on engine number 4. I'm gonna try to refuculate it and land on Juniper. Hopefully they got some space weed. Over. So, shout out to Minnesota Vikings fan. But yeah, this is a funny little joke from Trailer Park Boys. We got a complaint that someone was getting high and drunk and playing space in the middle of the street. Yeah, us. Yes. But yeah, actually, I can't remember which season this was from. But it's from Out of the Park. Yeah, USA. So they go to I think they went to Florida and they did in character. Obviously, they did a shuttle simulator and shit. They actually had Chris Hadfield on there as a Canadian astronaut and such. And it was a very funny video. But yeah, that's if you ever want to come play space, I'm certainly going to have fun. I won't be as retarded as Ricky, but you know, depends on the weed. So yeah, so let's go back here to this image. Nice, relaxing, chill stream. Let's disable that. There we go. So, yeah, appreciate that. Man with two first names. And, again, sky's the limit when it comes to curveballs. You can do just about anything. And I like to bring the real-world relevancy into that as well. What's going on now in space? What's being launched? What's being attempted? Can we try to emulate it? Can we try to replicate it? And, you know, just gives me the opportunity to talk about anything to do with space. So I just love it. It's certainly something that I enjoy. And I don't stream it because of the numbers. I don't stream it because of the viewers. I don't have my channel monetized, assholes. Any money that I get is just from donations and donations alone. And I appreciate that. But it's not dependent to watch. No one's required to pay. In fact, as Drew has, and I need the sound clip for that, but it's a free fucking show, as Drew said. So, yeah, I mean, nobody's holding a gun to anybody's head to watch anything. But if you're jealous just with the fact that I enjoy myself, just talking space, playing a game that is probably beyond your comprehension there, shit. And there's other people who like it, and people interact, well, then I guess you're the one with the problem now, isn't it? Aren't you, I should say. Although, you are more of an it, aren't you? So, Skype lines are open. It is 4:33 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm sure many people are either still at work, trying to drag it out till you clock out. Or, you know, they might be already off. Who knows? So, yeah. I've talked for a bit. I would like, some time to relax for a bit. Maybe have a bowl, relax and relax with Coxrex. And have someone speak for a bit, because talking in a diatribe for quite some time does require you to then take a slight break and breathe, because oxygen is being depleted from your system as you continue to speak. There we go, a little bit. It is kind of surprising, though. It actually varies on the day from what I've seen, is that depending on the day, even at this time, some people are capable and willing to call in, some people aren't. And it usually it varies, because some days they would be able to, some days they won't, but at the same time. So it goes to show that people have a very varied schedule, and that obviously there's not always that something's consistent. Many people have told me that they've had to, they weren't able to call in because they're just basically at work. They've got a plane and so forth, but they're busy working on a car or fucking something else. And all they can, and obviously with their greasy hands, they're going to be typing on their phone and shit. So all they can do is, listen. And that's fine. Which is why I do try to be as descriptive as possible, whether it be an image or reading an image or so forth. Because I understand that, some people are driving. Some people have their hands full. So yes, hoping somebody will call in and let me save my voice a little bit. Anybody? How about you, Shid? I know you're watching. Why don't you call in, huh? I mean, you can bring the drama, right? You know the drama better than anybody else. What's the best drama on YouTube? Well, bring it here. You're a coward, shit. And chances are you probably sound even worse than fucking Facts Channel. Facts Channel's like... The other day he showed up in my chat with 2 different accounts. It's like, I come in peace. I'm like, nope, you don't. No, I know. I said, he said, I come in peace. I blocked his account. And then I said, no, yes, and you're going in pieces. And then he comes up with another account, and I blocked that too. Because I'm not dealing with that shit. I heard him call into Bullsy's show, I think, the other day. And, again, it was a genetic mess. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host, Tex.
How are you, Mr. Rose? How's your day going, sir?
I'm running on fumes. How are you?
There you go. Oh, doing well. It's already 100 degrees down here, so it gets sweaty. So, yeah, we're it might be spring for y'all, but it's a little bit warmer down here in the great state of Texas this fine days. I'm not complaining. It could be cold, right? So,
well, it feels 64 here, so yeah, and it's like those are rookie numbers.
Yeah, I've been listening to your show and whatnot.
Oh, hopefully providing you some entertainment.
A good time, so,
sorry?
Oh, 100%. Oh, yeah, always good. So, thought I would join in on the fun a little bit here.
I appreciate it.
Maybe
give me a respite.
Contribute my portion a little bit.
Absolutely.
So, it's all good. What's up to everybody in the chat? Hope everybody's doing well.
Yeah, I think... sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
I was just reiterating what I said at the beginning of the show, is that I think that yesterday's show between us was really good. I enjoyed it, and a lot of people also gave some great feedback, and I think it really established how basically we're able to, basically talk about anything. And we're on the same page, and it just flows, and people did like that dichotomy between us,
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I think it's a long-needed kind of shake-up to everything. I mean, because there's a lot of people that talk on both sides, but it seems like there's not a lot willing to say, fuck your line, I'm going to say whatever I want, and it's up to you to deal with it because you can go to hell. So,
I agree. Because nobody wants to take a hard
splash
stand.
Of water in the face. Oh, no. Of course not. Because whenever you take a hard stance, then you have to defend it. Otherwise, you look like a moron. So, it's obviously there are certain places that the line is much closer than other places. And for somebody like you and I, we need that line scooted back about 10 miles because we're not going to bullshit. You know what I mean?
We don't have time for that shit.
We're both grown-ass men. I mean, fuck your fucking
feelings.
Political correctness is death. If you're trying to be politically correct, you might as well just shut down and, you know, give all your money to your probably non-existent partner, wife, whatever it may be, so she can go fuck her husband or her other husband in front of you, and you can sit there and cry in the corner like a bitch and probably play with your asshole because that's what they do. So
that is what they do.
You know, it's it's, you know, what better time than now to, I'm kind of looking at hard right as we're planting a flag in the ground of fuck you, and there's a big middle finger on that flag. And it's like I said, it's up to you to deal with it because we're going to do and say whatever we please, and good luck. So, I mean, it's all good.
Yeah, don't blame us that your ass ends up all rosy from the spanking that we give.
Well, you know, and it's, you know, one thing I will say about this community is we get into the tribalism very much so, and honestly, I don't fucking stand this. It's a fucking internet community, and we act like we're tribes going to war so many times. And, oh, well, if you're over here, you can't talk to this guy, or well, if you're over there, you can't talk to that group. And I'm going to be friends with whoever I want, speak to whoever I want, and go wherever I please and wherever I'm welcome.
Text.
And if you can't get down with that, fuck off. So.
There are people who are like, why, like to me or to Ken, why aren't you guys fighting? Why aren't you guys hate each other? Why aren't you guys? Because we're not pussies like you. We got better things to do, and on top of that, there is no issue between us. They want an issue between us, but it's just like, but you gotta fight, guys. You gotta fight. I'm so miserable in my life. You know, I need to see you guys fight. It's like, it ain't gonna fucking happen, kids. Ain't gonna fucking happen. You know, some adults here, because there are adults here in this community, despite the majority, you know, not the majority, but 33% at least being mentally stunted. They don't seem to understand that, and like you said, this tribalism. Yeah, these people might want there to be tribalism, but those that they want to fight don't believe in that shit. Won't even fucking fall for that bait.
Right. Well, and I guess that's the Texan in me. I'm going to stand on my own, whether I live or die, fine, whatever. If it's my time to go, it's my time to go. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to get in where I fit in. And, you know, like whenever you were the foul mouth champion and you had proposed the challenge that we kind of went back and forth about, some of the looks I got from some of the people that when I even brought up your devious, you know, pun intended name, you would have thought that Satan himself walked into the room.
Wow.
And that really
I've experienced that before, but I can't, I'd love to hear, because I've heard this, you know, obviously 12-time sail away champion, but I mean, you know, and I've experienced it before, but I'd love to hear, you know, some of the stuff that has been told to you, because I'm sure that, you know, again, it's just, these people are incredulous to the fact that we're adults. So they expect us to act like they do.
So much, it really wasn't what was said. It was the reactions that it looked like I shit in a bowl and presented it to them as chocolate ice cream. It's kind of the look that I got. And then, like, I expected them to eat this bowl. And that really showed me a lot. Like I said, I have friends all over this. You know, I've never partook in Ken's show. I've watched a few times, and they seem to have a good flow that it doesn't seem to be a real good fit for me. So I just enjoy from afar. But, you know, when it comes to Drew's show and all the derailed stuff, I like it there. I do like Joe Cronin. I would never speak ill against him. He's never done anything bad to me. He is a friend. And, you know, you're a friend. It's all relative. I would never dislike you for somebody you like. just because I have a personal problem with them.
Neither would I.
If something that you're doing is such a big problem, then you and I could handle that. But I'm not going to judge you for who you're friends with. That's none of my fucking
I'm sorry, that's too adult.
So.
That's too adult for this community. Handling things privately, no. You have to fight on air, and you've got to cause all this conflict, right?
Right. You know, I'm sure at some point somebody's going to get a clip of me where, oh, somebody said the name of so-and-so. And that's why I want to clearly state I have no bones with anybody. If I do, you will clearly know about it because I'll blow your shit up.
I don't think Tex is going to hold back. Yeah, I don't think Tex is going to hold back when it comes to sharing his opinion.
Fuck no. I'll tell you to go fist your mother's asshole and then smell it when you're done. I could give it down. So, it's like you said on here. You and I have kind of winked at each other, virtually through Drew's show with comments and this and that. And, even Joe Compton before he left overseas, and, God bless him for doing what he's doing and hope he gets home safe. Even he had mentioned about reaching out to you about doing a show.
Really? I didn't hear that.
So, yeah, well, it was in a private text between him and I back and forth or whatever.
I do have to say I liked your chemistry with him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Joe's a friend. I like him. I mean, me and him, there are a few people that I talk to offline away from all of this. There's you, there's him, there's Casey, there's Drew. There's others that I actually consider close friends and I have a personal relationship with. And it's Joe Compton's good people. He's signed up to possibly give his life. And I'm not somebody who walks around screaming Blue Lives Matter or this and that. I don't kiss the ass of every lawman I run into, but I do recognize the willingness and the heart that it takes to possibly sign papers to give your life to a fucked up, corrupted government that we all have to live on.
Absolutely.
Whether you're left or right, this is still human lives we're dealing with. So,
and again, commitment to that sort of thing takes a special individual. It's beyond patriotism. It's the fact that you're willing to lay your life down on the line.
Right.
Now, I sent you a graphic there in the Skype chat. I'm going to display this right now. Okay. This is certainly up your alley, and certainly up mine. I think maybe I was a former Texan who's been reincarnated as Argentinian now. But then again, you're a cowboy and I'm a gaucho. So basically, yes, there is some related connection there of living the free life.
That's incredible.
But yes, I'll read it out for those that can't see it right now. And you got these beautiful rounds of ammunition. It says, why would you ever need a 12-gauge hollow point? And the response is, well, I couldn't decide which organ I didn't want you to have anymore, so I picked all of them. That's right up my fucking alley.
That's it. People talk about, oh, well, you must have a big gun because you have a small dick. Motherfucker, you ain't seen a big dick till I whip mine out. So kiss my ass.
Exactly.
Guns are the reason why the hallowed grounds of this, fine country we used to call the United States, the reason why they stayed free as long as they did was because, hell, Texas alone has more guns than any two states combined. You really think somebody's going to come in here? The phrase "find out" or "fuck around and find out" is a thing for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you got a bunch of motherfuckers that.
Well, they say it much more politely there in Texas. They say, "Don't tread on me," but that translates to "fuck around and you'll find out real quick."
Mm-hmm. Right. It's the Texan is it's a very interesting creature. We're peace-loving. We want to be left alone. But you go kicking shit in our face, we're going to fuck you up and then, like I said, make you wish you were never born. So that's kind of the cowboy code, I guess, if you want to put it. So, it's a different way of life, and you understand it very well for somebody who, complete different origins, different way of life. It really shows in your attitude of how you see things. And that's a very refreshing. It gives me hope for the future that there are others out there that have at least half a brain in their head. So maybe we're not totally fucked. Maybe we can change a few minds. Maybe with this new show, we might change a few more.
Maybe, hopefully. But I will say this is that I was going to mention that yesterday is the fact that I've always had this mentality, this spirit of the pioneer, of the trailblazer, of the settler.
Yes, sir.
And it's a very odd thing because, again, I was born in Argentina, moved to Canada at age 2, and yet, I mean, it's, and again, I've been told, you should be living in Alberta. You should be living in Texas. Like, this is literally you're the type of guy that, embodies this, that is just is like this, again, country lifestyle living, simplistic, approaches to things. To me, it's difficult to sort of, I know you understand it, but it's hard to describe, but I find it very intriguing at the fact that, again, I go from Argentina to Canada, and Argentina's fucked. Politically, economically, whatever. I go to Canada, which is still very socialistic country, obviously more so now than when I came. And I've always been pro-firearm, pro-freedom, pro-small government, and it's a mentality that doesn't seem to be common in at least most people in urban areas. Now, the further away you move away from shit holes like cities, the more that you start to find God-loving people, God-fearing people, and God's country. Like people and places that are just beautiful and that they're not the liberal leftist, psychopaths that are destroying cities right now. But it ranges on provinces. Some provinces are extremely liberal. Some of them, like Alberta, are extremely conservative. But I just find it very interesting at the fact that I've always been this way, despite the constant attempt to brainwash me into all these fucking bullshit socialist theories and so forth. That I've always been this way, and I find it funny. For example, there's an old saying that says if you're under 30 and you're not liberal, you don't have a heart. But if you're over 30 and you're not conservative, you don't have a brain. The funny thing is that means that I'm the Tin Man, because I guess I never had a heart in the first place. A heart in the first place, because I've always been conservative. I've always been conservative, and my parents are certainly not conservative. They are in certain ways, but they're liberal and socialist and many, many others, and that is typical of many Latinos. Okay, they do want both socialist systems, but an autocratic sort of ruler. I'm the total opposite, and I just it does sort of. It kind of blows my mind, to be quite honest, to see that I'm so different from what I was exposed to. But I've always been that way, and I've always seen the truth. Because in my opinion, and I'm sure in yours too, it is the truth. And the more you go through life finding people that can't see this stuff, it sort of reaffirms, yeah, I was right. And it's clear that they're way too blind to see. Listen to this. I got a story for you. The year was probably 1985, 1986. I was in, I think, junior kindergarten or senior kindergarten. Regardless, our teacher told us that we were not allowed to draw guns. Now, how did I get away? Yeah, I know. It's stupid. But how did I get away with that?
Oh, wow.
Is I drew a holster on the people that I would draw. Cowboys, cops, whatever. I draw a holster. Oh, you're not supposed to draw a gun. It's not a gun. It's just a holster.
Right.
And that was my way of defying this bullshit that at 5, 6 years old, I could see that was attempting to be indoctrinated into us. And we grew up with fucking Looney Tunes where you've got Elmer Fudd shooting fucking bugs in the face or Daffy or whatever. Okay?
Yeah, you've got Yosemite Sam running around trying to murder Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, a couple of fucking six-shooters. But that I was always in Spanish we called it rebelde. It basically means rebel. Not necessarily renegade, but I guess renegade might be a better name for me. But regardless, is that I always fought against authority, especially as a kid. Another example, as a kid, they brought somebody from the health department to come in to tell us, oh, what's good food, what's bad food, the food pyramid, blah, 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 blah. So, and fucking, I was, let's see here, grade 1. What are you, 8 years old, I guess? 9? No, yeah, 7 to 8. Yeah, no. Yeah, because that's when I I cut my lip open. There's big problems. 7 years old. Health department comes in, blah, blah, blah. What's good food? What's bad food? Now, I'd been following, again, it's 6 years old, 7 years, sorry. Yeah, it's 7 years old. You think a normal 7-year-old is going to follow this, but I knew about, because I paid attention, the hormones, the chemicals that they put into milk, right? It's not like raw milk, which is actually good, which the government tries to shut down because they know how good it is. No, it's like, let's just give you like a bunch of hormone-infused milk. So, they ask kids, okay, take a paper from this list and put it into one of these bags. Good food or bad food? So what does Dave Rose do? He grabs milk and he puts it in the bad one. And well, Dave, why would you do that? Well, what about the hormones? What about this? What about... And dude, I fucked them up. They had to fucking they had to shut it down. They had to basically, okay, we kind of understand. No, but what about this? No, okay, let's move on. Jimmy, you're next. So, again, I guess maybe I was, reincarnated from a Texan, to be quite honest, because that's the attitude that I feel is what a Texan would have. It's like, no, not taking your bullshit, and I'm going to stand firm.
See, for years, basically the short story of how Tex came to be how I am today was I was never fed Democrat, Republican, names and phrases. I was fed the Texan way of life. You do for yourself. You stand on your own 2 feet. You help the ones who, you can. It's not a handout. It's a hand up. You don't trust the government. I'm sure you know all about the massacre in Waco, Texas. That
I know certainly about Ruby Ridge.
Right, Ruby Ridge that led to Waco and everything else. I'm very, very close to where that took place. Oof. And so that mindset of what Chuck Schumer and Bill Clinton and all his cronies did to my fellow Texans who wanted to just live were they oddballs? Yes, they're very odd. I would never believe what they do, but I would fight for them to have the right to believe in what they did.
They just wanted to be left alone. They weren't hurting anybody.
All of those rumors, even the sheriff of Waco came out and said all of these child molestation rumors were investigated and every one of them was claimed to be false. What so many people don't realize at that point in time, and I believe it still may be, the age of consent for marriage in Texas is 17 years old. So basically how all that broke down was the son of the woman who was running that convent or whatever you want to call it, he lost out on becoming the leader. So he went and told and made up a bunch of bullshit and caused all this to happen. And the only reason that the government went in was because they were selling guns legally at gun shows and they forgot to pay like a $200 fee for a license to sell at a gun show. So that gave them the legal right to go in and do what they did. So me as a child, I'm growing up hearing these stories, seeing, if you add the Texan mindset to your anti-government, it's not here to help you. It's here to hinder. They don't protect. You're here to serve. And, as I grew older, I started to recognize things for myself. And then, somewhere around 9/11 happens. And then, of course, everybody wraps themselves in the flag.
Mm-hmm.
And George Bush was the president at the time, so we had a Texan in the White House. So we all thought
he's from
he was
Tennessee.
God's gift, right? Right. But like I said, uneducated Tex at the time, oh, he's Texan. Oh, okay, he's a good guy. Well, we turned out to see what kind of a war criminal piece of shit he was. No different than the Clintons or the Obamas or anything else, because they're all friends with one another. And as I was being molded throughout my youth, learning, studying, I might sound like I'm some all shucks hillbilly that ought to be on an episode of Hee Haw, but by no means think I'm stupid.
I love
Hee Haw. Hear everything, and oh yes, it's a great show. I still watch it. You might think I'm some all shucks hillbilly, but I promise you, I cerebrally think about everything that I go through, everything that I'm about to process. I am a prepper. I have years worth of supplies and food. I am prepared for anything that I go into. I might play dumb, but that snake will bite you when you ain't watching. And you were smart enough to recognize that because you're just of the same ilk as I am. And it's, people often talk about the Texas ego. Well, it's here for a fucking reason, folks. We know what we're fucking capable of. And maybe, just maybe, if we're speaking out enough, a bunch of people might wake up. There's people in the chat right now. It's much like Cora said earlier. Her and I would differ on a lot of opinions. Her and I have had spirited discussions on Drew's show before. But I tell you what, it was a pleasant experience. I enjoyed talking to her. It was an exchange of ideas, and it was something that we need more of. I took as much out of it as I put into it from her point of view, and I would like to think she took some from mine. So, we need to do a little more listening with educated talk, because so many dumbasses come out here, flap their fucking gums to appease somebody. I'm not here to appease anybody. I'm going to say what I want. And if you don't like it, deal. That's how it's going to be. So, I really enjoy what we're doing. So
I put on the screen, I just sent it in the chat. I don't know if you can see the screen, but I put it in the chat regardless. This is, I think, prevalent to what we're discussing. This is a saying that I've created, but I think it's quite relevant to that. And I talked about it earlier, that if anyone is to judge you on your accent, your twang, then they're fucking doing a disservice to themselves, because the worst thing you can do is underestimate somebody just based on how they sound. And sometimes you do have to play aloof, as it were, so that nobody fully understands your power level. But then that's why you have that as a trump card, because when they try to pull shit, it's like, okay, dummy, let's show you how stupid you really are.
Well, that's the whole thing is I have never had an issue debating somebody on the opposite aisle of me, because I'm never going to get into a conversation that I know I can't win. First of all, I have never operated from a position of weakness. I will always make sure you're in the kill box, not I.
Exactly.
And also going into that, I'm smart enough to pick up on the little things. If you can learn everything you need to know about somebody just by paying attention to how they speak, the words they use, and the look in their eye. And you can learn a lot about somebody in a few minutes and pretty much know who that person is. It's a very interesting, for example, for my church, I'm one of the leads. I'm one of the lead armed security persons. And a lot of training has gone into that. I have had police and military level training, both firearms, hand-to-hand combat, studying people, the mannerisms, the looks, how they're, all of the training that any officer would have. I've had the same training. I could go be a police officer right now and enter at a pretty high level. So I study everybody that I'm around. I pick up on your mannerisms, your cadence. What words do you use? How do you operate? Because the human mind is the most fascinating thing to me. I might go into a conversation playing grab ass that day, but I'm learning everything that you're fucking saying. I'm evaluating you. And are you fit to be a friend or are you a foe? Are you stupid or are you smart? This is the critical thinking skills that are required to be able to function in an independent mindset, because so many people lack these skills, even people in my own family. I love them, but they're sheep. And it makes me sick because I still have family members that wear that goddamn mask everywhere they fucking go.
That's terrible.
I don't talk to those people anymore. Oh, it's awful, but it is what it is. So what we have been afforded an opportunity in this community, you and I, to take the handcuffs off, to not worry about stepping on toes, to not worrying about, are we going to be put off, canceled, or whatever, because we're smart enough to know how to work within the rules. Hell, we had a 20-minute conversation about that. And I would be willing to bet there's no better duo of talkers than you and I in this whole fucking community. We could go for 6 fucking hours and never fucking stop. You're not going to beat us. You're just going to have to give up and walk the fuck away. So
that's true. And
certainly, what it is.
Certainly Tex and I don't shy away from humiliating people and putting them in their spot. So
right.
Again, and we recognize this is what a lot of people with the what's the term, participation trophy mentality, where it's like everyone's got to be treated nicely and like nobody can be criticized. And no, if you're going to be stupid, you're going to be treated as stupid. And there was a time when whores were shamed, when degenerates were exposed, and there was a lot more order and a lot less crime and degradation in society. So you don't look at one of these fat, what are they called? Fat model, like the big, large models that, look, these people are they're beyond obese.
Oh, well, so what's the term they have these days? Plus size women?
No. It goes even further
like
than that. Now because the opposite is fat phobic. Which, again, everything apparently is an irrational fear. That's what a phobia is. Apparently, people have stopped reading books, so they don't understand what a phobia is. An irrational fear. And, they'll put, Islamophobia, homophobia, transphobia. No, dummies, no. Just because I disagree with a degenerate lifestyle or religion doesn't mean that I'm irrationally fearing it. I'm concerned because I'm not irrational. Quite the opposite. I'm extremely rational and recognize the dangers that these things can bring. Oh, well, you're hateful. No, I'm full of love, which is why I want good things, not evil things, not degeneracy.
Oh, of course. Well, I mean, the same here. Like, I'm a father. I am bringing up 2 young children into this world. I'm a single parent, and it has opened my eyes so much about so many things. And, before I had children, I didn't really give a damn. I'd go out, I'd party, I'd hang out, I'd do whatever. Now, obviously, if anybody has ever listened to me, obviously, I have an affinity for drink. It is in my nature. It is on my bloodline.
You mean you're a man?
And at times... Right. It has gotten to the point where, whatever. It is what it is. I'm a functioning person and I do everything.
When was the last time you murdered somebody, while you were intoxicated?
Hang on one second. I'm going to call
How are we going to go?
Yes, I'm going to take
How are we going?
I think I've muted Tex, so. whatever's going on there.
My apologies about that. Sorry.
That's
Doing my
okay.
fatherly duty.
No, it's fine.
But no, so what was your question? What was that?
Damn it, I forgot. Let me just quickly see if I can hear it. I'm going to go to this. I'm full of love, which is why. Hold on.
Oh, of course. Well, I mean, the same here. I have 2 young. It has opened before I had children. Now, obviously.
Oh, okay, I remember now. So, basically, you mentioned that you're a father, and a single father, obviously, first of all, that job alone, I think, is more difficult than being a single mother. But regardless, that's a challenge on its own. Now, I don't have kids, but I can't even verbalize it. When I think of harm coming to kids, what I want to do scares me. What I want to do to people who harm kids makes me realize that I'd lose my humanity if I was to carry that out. But I also know that duty must be done. And I know that if I ever encountered somebody trying to abuse a kid, I would probably lose control. So I can't even imagine somebody in your position who is a father who has kids. What rage? What?
I'll be right back.
Sure.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Keep going.
I can't imagine, because again, you've got that connection, you've got this weight of responsibility, and you've got the duty, and you've got the love. So I mean,
right.
I can't comprehend what I would do, and it blows my mind because the fact is you would be a trillion times worse than me. Like, I can't even think of what you would do, but like, the pressures, on you and so forth are obviously, quite substantial. So, it's one of those situations where I don't want to be in. I don't want to be in that situation, but I know it exists. And I know that if I come upon it, I may just lose it. I may just lose all control.
When it comes to me and my children, there is no step that I will not take, nothing I will not do to protect them and make sure they are safe in any and every situation. And there's no extent. And honestly, the best thing that ever happened to me was having children, because previous to having children, I was a hellion. I mean, I was more prone to tell you to fuck off than how's your day. And becoming a father straightened me out. It fixed me. It gave me the purpose and drive in life that I needed to get to the next step in life. And it's not been easy. Like I said, I am a single parent. My children do live with me. But you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. And I was a father early. It taught me everything I needed to know. I had to learn on the fly. And, there's an old saying of, as you grow, the more conservative you become. Yep. And that's very true. It makes you take into account what is important and what's not. Like the stuff that I do on here on YouTube, I will never let that interfere with anything in my personal life. If there is something that I want to or need to do in real life, I'm going to go do it. And if somebody's going to bitch about it on the internet, well, then you go get a fucking life. Because there's so many things. People live. It's like you were talking about somebody on here earlier who basically was always online. I don't want to live that way, and I'm never going to. And I recently did a show with Casey. He was
I like that show.
Did you see it? I thought it went pretty well.
Yeah, it's over an hour. You guys talked about all sorts of things.
Oh, it was cool, yeah. And it was, it's like I told him, I said, I'm a heat magnet. Wherever I go, I'm going to catch fucking haters because I am a real fucking man, and I speak up and I state my opinion. And it's up to you to like it or not, and I really don't care either way. So, you know, I'll very much look forward to our future endeavor here. And I think this is going to be the most fun that I've had doing any of this stuff because the handcuffs are off. Y'all don't even know some of the shit that I've held back. It's all going to fucking come out now. Like, we're going to fucking Katie bar the door and we're going to fucking rock this bitch. So, Thursdays, about 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock Central, whatever, we'll make sure to let you know the exact time so y'all can tune in. But I promise you, we're going to deep dive. We're going to come up with topics. We may or may not take from suggestions. I would love to hear some things that we can consider to talk about, but it will be up to Dave Rose and I. This is our show. This is our venture. And
we've already proved that we can basically, like, literally, we can just randomly say something and go into an hour conversation on it. So we've proved that we can handle anything, and that's on the random. If we structure it, imagine the talking points that we'll have.
If you give me a structure and time to do homework, I'll sound like I'm fucking Albert Einstein. So buckle the fuck up. You've got two mouths here within this community that will be a fucking nightmare for anybody else to deal with. So this is going to be a fun show to watch. And I'm not going to play into the mamby-pamby bullshit drama horse shit within this community. I don't play that shit. I'm going to say what I want. If you want to talk about me on your fucking show, you go fucking talk about me. I'm living rent-free in your goddamn head. That's how I know I'm being effective. So, like I said, I look forward to it.
So do I.
I hate to leave a good conversation, but my child has a volleyball game. So
that's fine,
I
man.
got shit to do.
Family priorities, just like you mentioned.
Everybody in the chat. I do want to shout out. See somebody said Fest Love said well said, and I think they wish me hi. Yes, he said what's up, Tex. So what's up to Fest Love? Cora was going back and forth, and my boy Costanza's in the chat. We got Bam. We got all kinds of cool people here. I hope all of y'all show up for our Hard Ride episodes on Thursday nights. And tell your friends. Let's get this thing growing. Let's see how big we can get this son of a bitch. So it'll be cool. So you have a good day, Dave Rose, and I'll be speaking to you later, bud.
Thanks so much for calling in.
Adios, man.
All right, there goes Tex, the man they know as Tex. And we will be doing our show every Thursday night. Hard Right on Thursday night. That sounds great, actually. Gonna have to upgrade. I did a simple, quick graphic. Not pleased with it, but I gotta reinstall Photoshop on my computer if I really want to jazz it up. I've been slacking on that for quite some time. You've noticed that probably with the graphics. They're very simplistic. They're not as I've done in the past, and I certainly haven't produced any of my quality memes in quite some time for that specific reason. But that should change, hopefully, in the near future. Great call from Tex. Like Costanza says there in the chat, an impromptu turn right. No, it's hard right, dude. Hard right. Because, again, although we're not really, I don't consider myself an extremist, and I don't consider Tex an extremist. But because the left decided to slide so far to the left, everyone else got basically, classical liberals have been defined as hard right now. I've got a graphic that shows this and such, which I'll probably have to show the next hard right just to break it down for people to understand. And I'll have to add Joe Cronin as a fence sitter in there. But what else? I was going to mention something else. God damn it. Shout out to the 26 viewers. I'm sure there's many people who are hate watching right now. You know what? I think I'm going to have to work with Peloton. Peloton right now, their stocks have dropped. They're reorganizing their organization, their company, and the method that they produce their products. They're thinking of tiered systems so that you don't always have access to the virtual class, whatever the fuck it's called. But I might have to introduce them to the Hate Watchers program. And maybe we can sell Peloton bikes, have people subscribe to the service, and have them sort of stream my stuff, obviously at a profit. And it's a win-win-win. I mean, we'll sell products, we'll get people to lose weight, and I'll continue to live rent-free in other people's minds. Excellent. Excellent. Your first drama emperor is quite pleased. I do wonder about the second drama emperor. I've not heard much about him. His little Chai-Com lackey has been saying quite a few things, actually. And, again, let's just be honest. Travis, you are more irrelevant than Simo. You are so desperate. You're more desperate than even Shid for my attention. Now, Daddy Dave, or Stepdaddy Dave, actually. I'll never be your biological father, ever. But Stepdaddy Dave, he chooses how he operates. The ball is my court, and in fact, I could pull a CM Punk and take my ball home. Or I could wait an entire year by utilizing the sail away rule and address things at their appropriate time. Or I could keep giving you blue balls and never do that at all. Who knows? It's a crapshoot. It's a mystery. But it is in my control and not yours. You and you alone, Chai-Com, Charlie Chan, are the one who is so dependent upon my response. Even Seaman doesn't seem to be interested. I know that Ken certainly is not. I personally know Ken certainly is not. I know that you know that Ken isn't interested. So that should tell you, again, that I talked to Ken. So, you persist? For what purpose? Because I did something to your ego? Did I offend you? Did something hurt? Because clearly you're the only one who is truly obsessed with this. I do find it comical. Very much. I also find it very comical that apparently maintaining such an accent and acting as a emperor is so difficult for some people to do. Talking about Seaman. Then again, he is sounding like someone who is from South Park. I believe it was Trey Parker. Thought that was America. Actually, in fact, let's do that one. Thought this was America. Randy Marsh. Great scene, by the way. Just fucking great scene. 4 minutes?
We want to welcome all South Park parents to Fort Collins and the Little League Division I playoffs.
No, this is way too long. I want just the clip. Where is it?
Hey guys, look, we don't want to win.
That's it, South.
No, that's not it. There we go. Thought this was
For what? Arresting me for what? I'm not allowed to stand up for myself? I thought this was America. Huh? Isn't this America? I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
That's Seaman. That's fucking Seaman. I swear to God, it's fucking him.
For what? Arresting me for what? I'm not allowed to stand up for myself? I thought this was America. Huh? Isn't this America? I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
Still one of the greatest fucking scenes of fucking South Park ever. Fucking great. Oh, the Goon. Oh, again, Goon. You do have to remember that there's a big difference between a show that's made for adults, that has been around for over 20 years, than a show that I think it was in the 2010s. Costanza's in the chat. He can tell me. He's more familiar with your immature, infantile manners. But yes, again, to a show that's geared towards children, that obviously is not crass, has no political inclinations, or at least, suggestions, and certainly no social commentary. There's a big difference. Again, this is how pathetic you are of the Goon. You tried to pull this argument last time and then say, oh, well, you don't like anime. And I fucking destroyed you. I said the Patlabor series was probably one of the best anime series that I've ever seen. I got to find that other one. Hold on. I'm going to find that other one right now because I can't remember the name. And you weren't able to tell me, so you probably haven't seen it. But Wings Over... Fuck. The Wings of... And I don't speak Japanese. Honeamise. That's it. Let me... and they've got another name for it, apparently now. They've changed the title. It came out in 1987, which is kind of crazy, actually. Let me just put that in the chat here. Again, I got great replay value. So, yeah, that series, fucking incredible. Oops. I just closed the wrong window. Damn it. There we go. All right. So, yes, going back to my explanation to your frivolous and facetious commentary, not even an argument, is that you cannot present me with any reference that is made for children and was made recently when there are cultural references that can be made that are established in pop culture. For example, The Simpsons even. Simpsons started in 1989. Okay. That's not geared directly to children. It's basically an adult show. South Park, same thing. Family Guy. So you can't compare these older shows that have become a staple of common vernacular compared to a show made for children on a children's channel, mind you, Nickelodeon, made recently and referencing only childlike things. So, Costanza says Simpsons was in 1987. Are you talking about when they were on the Tracy Ullman show? Because, I don't really include that. I mean, obviously they existed, but they weren't their own standalone show. But maybe I'm wrong. But maybe I'm right. So let's since I'm already on Wikipedia, The Simpsons, let's check it out. I was correct. 1989, brother. So, original release date, December 17th, 1989. So, you may want to consider Tracy Ullman as official, but there was a big difference. Regardless, I do like to talk, these little side notes. Not sidebars, YR. And again, that's another term that seems to apparently have been popularized as of late. Oh, it's a sidebar. No, it's a side note. I don't understand why vernacular is changing so much and it's being dumbed down so much. The Goon says the demographic is irrelevant when the content of why the cartoon was brought up was stated. No, that is wrong. That is wrong. Again, imagine this. Imagine this. What if I was to, even if you are Latino, fine. What if I was to make a reference that's only popularized or understood by Argentinians and then laugh at you and be like, oh, you don't get the reference? Of course you don't. You're Colombian. How the fuck are you going to know the colloquialisms of fucking Argentina? Just the popular culture, the traditions. It doesn't make sense. How could I ever expect you to understand anything? Well, obviously we've got shared understandings and interests. Like, I mean, who doesn't love an empanada? But I mean, the empanada from Argentina are quite different from yours. You got food there that we don't have in Argentina. You got shows that, TV shows, for example, movies that show a uniqueness of a culture that is totally different, even right next door, like Uruguay, totally different from Argentina. Yeah, a lot of things are shared. Mate, absolutely. Asado. But they're two different cultures. And to expect somebody else to even understand that without even the context of it, and then to, attempt to ridicule them or dismiss them like, oh, well, you didn't know that. That's ridiculous, dude. I think that alone in that description, again, it's been like 5-6 times I've tried to explain this to you, the Goon. You are, lacking logic. I might have to start a logic school, but that's the best way I can put it, I guess. And I really shouldn't have to dumb it down any further. But there's a huge difference. And again, the implications of expecting somebody to know a reference that you're totally ignorant on, knowing that that person would be ignorant about that. Maybe if, missing most of my teeth, I was, dragging my knuckles on the ground and I was drooling all the time, maybe I'd be watching that show or at least understand the reference to it. But you got to consider things, ahead of time. 42-year-old man over the hill ain't going to know shit about a Nickelodeon show that was being watched by some, pudgy little kid while I was getting laid. It's just not something that would even cross my mind. So, and again, there's also the references of cultural or popular culture. And certain cultural references that people understand. Like, I could go on and on. I mean, Spider-Man is one of the most recognized brands in the world. Mickey Mouse, Bugs Bunny. There are references to this. There's an establishment of history that has subsequently been infused into popular culture. And there are sayings and shit that are, have been adopted from that sort of thing. And additionally, if you take a look at some of the, and again, it's also about context, but if you take a look at the early Looney Tunes, probably till after the Second World War, they were all geared towards adults. They were adult-based movies. So that's another thing that seems to be misunderstood or not fully comprehended by Senor Goon. Oh man, you're making me read too much. It's not a book. I prefer reading books. See, look at this. You're like Travis. Keep going on and on the old stuff. Oh, well, the Alvin and the Chipmunks, because everyone knows it, dude. Everyone knows it. And again, the reference is there. There's what is did Seaman? Because I don't watch his shit, but does Seaman ever make a reference or at least explain why he's using this character from this Nickelodeon show that he watched as a kid? I mean, people know Alvin and the Chipmunks now. It says the context of the focus of the skunt looks like a chip. Yeah, I gave the context. And everyone, and again, the precursor of that context is people's knowledge of popular culture, understanding that reference. You can't just attempt to make a reference and not make the effort for people to understand where that comes from. Again, this is like the 7th, 8th time that I'm saying this. So maybe you're hard of hearing. I don't know. But clearly, you're not getting it. Apparently, the goon says, I don't need to know the origins of the bag. The reference explained on air. Your point has failed. No, it hasn't. I've proven you wrong. I've literally broken it down. There's no real way for you to get past this. I've given you so many examples. I've exhausted a lot of oxygen that didn't necessarily need to be, well, air, I should say. I'm breathing solely oxygen. I'm not on a oxygen machine, but I think I've explained it quite well, actually. If you're not able to get it, then I guess that's just that mestizo mentality, you know? Costanza says, make old stuff relevant is pretty sad. Making old stuff relevant. Pretty sad. Goon says, but I understand that is the superior complex that I've explained in the past. I'm enjoying the devious dabbing. No, see, again, I showed this image earlier. Tex obviously understood it quite well. But this is your problem, and this is your problem with many other people in this community. Is that you're stupid. This is just a fact, okay? But, and don't feel offended. This is just your genetic condition, okay? But stupid people will mistake your confidence for arrogance. Don't let them. An ignorant adversary is easily defeated. So you can call this a superiority complex, but what you don't seem to understand is, for example, if I was, I don't know, let's say a car mechanic, okay, who was hired by Ferrari to work at their factory, right? If some punk-ass kid comes up to me and tells me, well, I fixed my bike before, I bet I'm a better car mechanic than you are, and you scoff at the child and say, you're an idiot, you're worthless, and you're a piece of shit because you're wrong. You get mad at them? No. That's absolutely correct. They are superior to that child. The same with me and many other people. I'm confident, not arrogant. I know my abilities. So there are many people out there that will get offended at the fact that they lack that confidence in their lives and look for others to be like them. Misery loves company, after all. Just like Tex, I don't pull that shit. I don't deal with that shit. I won't tolerate that shit. So the fact is, I know that I am superior to people. This is the participation trophy mentality again. Oh, you can't say you're better than somebody. I certainly can. Oh, you can't say that one culture is better than others. I certainly can. Now, you want me to start pulling out the facts? Well, that seems to offend a lot of people because when you actually start to back it up with the hard data, they go into cognitive dissonance, and they can't accept that. But the fact still remains that I'm better than you, and you know it. Now, are there things that people are better than me at? Abso-fucking-lutely. Never said I was perfect, nor did I say I could do everything on the fucking planet. I would love fucking omnipotence. The ability to have power over everything. That is what omnipotence means. For those that are too stupid to understand, or have never opened a fucking dictionary. Here, that's another reason. Here, I'll give you this, Goon. That's another reason why I'm better than many other people. I opened the dictionary for fun as a kid and would just read it. How about that? Okay? Okay. So, let's go back to the chat to see what chat is going on. Goon says, the reference is the appearance, not the pop culture. No, incorrect. The reference must be explained as I've explained it. You just imagine me if I was just to put a picture up of a mestizo. Who am I referring to? No, see, that's not allowed. It's not possible. If I'm going to be making fun of somebody's ethnicity, then it certainly must be referenced. Because if not, it could be anybody. What would you think? What would anybody think, after all? And I also still wonder, how is it possible that nobody can maintain the voice and cadence of the drama emperor? It's not difficult, people. Perhaps I was just born into the role. A blue bud, after all, related to Napoleon III. Again, it boggles my mind. It boggles my mind. How one cannot rule over their people and speak in such a douchey-like manner, after all. Because I don't think this is, well, it's appropriate for the role. Let's just say that. But that's the arrogance, I guess, that he doesn't like. And did I get it right there? Did I do that right? I was hoping that would, highlight things. But back to the chat. I explained my point like 8 times now, 9 times, whatever, Goon. Like, I don't know what else you want. Goon says, you can search an image of anything and claim it looks like someone. The pop culture references don't matter. Of course they do. Of course they do. Because, again, if you're going to make a reference, it must be understood. Is that concept so difficult for you to understand? No. Yes, no, I don't know. But that's the point. Again, proving my point. This is, I guess, 9-0. Lagoon continues on with his babbling. These mestizos certainly do love to talk. Says, I encourage that you apply said confidence and abilities to progress in life, and I certainly am. There's big news on the horizon, as I explained earlier. My father will be well taken care of as soon as the house is sold. And I will then be freed to pursue more adventurous things. I might even appear on TV, but you didn't hear that from me. But regardless, let's see what else he says. The dictator seems to not be dictating his own stream topics. I'm honored as a wee peasant to be steering the topics of cartoons and words. No, you're not. I'm just taking the time to address what you are speaking. I mean, again, this is the facetious statement by this individual who is attempting to make it look like he is controlling things. I took some time to speak to you as if somebody else was speaking in the chat, as I did in the past, even early in the stream, to address what they were saying. This is how it works, Goon. So you can't just flip it over like that. You can't just say, oh, well, he was responding to, say, Costanza or Cora or Tex or whoever in the chat. But, oh, no, you're responding to me. You must be... I must be controlling the way you're running your show. Not at all. Not at all. But it was fun to sort of, again, remind you for the 9th time. I'm not a fan of repetition, but, this is not difficult. But again, your arguments, they just don't add up. You need to really look into logic. I really wish I could teach a course on logic to people in this community, because a lot of them desperately need it. Desperately need it. But I'd recommend, actually, because, a lot of these people are pussies, and they wouldn't like me as a teacher because I still use the ruler. I still have the paddle of education, and I'm certainly willing to beat my students into a coma, as was the way back in the day. But I can recommend to you a card game, actually. So you might have fun, which is basically based on logic. So let me find this here. I don't remember what it was called. I've sent the link to a lot of different people. Initially suggested it to Drew, and he explained that it would probably not go down well. Well, he didn't go into detail as to why, but you can kind of assume maybe some of the co-hosts wouldn't be able to best fit with that. But hold on a second here. What is this fucking called? Critical thinking cards. I think that's what it was. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna put. They're not sponsoring me, but they fucking should. I'll take. I'll just take the game. They can just give me the game if they want. This critical thinking cards deck. It includes 24 logical fallacies, 24 cognitive biases, 3 game cards, 3 call-out cards. And apparently it's a G-rated game. They actually make a point to... Actually, hold on. Well, it is a G-rated game, but they say, pro tip, adapt the G-rated game cards for drinking games while watching the news or a political debate. Disclaimer, we take no responsibility in the quite likely outcome of alcohol poisoning in such a situation. Yes, I definitely would not recommend playing this game while watching a political debate. And we are getting political debates recently here in Ontario because we're getting an election next couple of weeks. But yeah, this game is fucking... It looks great. There's additional add-ons and all this sort of thing. I think I put the proper... Yeah, I did put the proper link in there. They got posters with all these different logical fallacies, cognitive dissonance, the card game. Definitely worth checking out. The card game is only $15. Critical thinking cards, $15 for the deck. The whole bundle is $60. That includes 3 posters and 2 card games. Fucking awesome. I would certainly fucking play that game on this channel. Maybe make a show of it, or add it into Hard Right or something. But that could be fun, especially with drinking and especially with watching political debates. And the midterms are coming up, so that could be a lot of fun and a lot of danger as well. But yeah, apparently you can get this both in actual card deck, but you can also get it digitally. So that's kind of cool. Definitely worth checking out. Let's see here. I was going to mention something else. Damn it. It was on the tip of my fucking tongue. Skype lines remain open if anyone wants to call in. About tonight. I heard rumors that something's going on tonight. I don't know if it's going down, but hey, I'd certainly like something to watch. Yeah, we'll see. I may play some games today. I don't know. That fucking still can't get over the fact how fucking addictive that Civilization game is. Nikki, again, I'm going to have to blame Nikki. I still haven't talked to him. But Nikki J recommended I do a gaming stream and just do Civilization. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. It's okay. And next thing I know, it's been 6 hours. It's like 4 a.m, and I'm dead. And I should have just been smarter. So definitely felt it for the next couple of days after that. But it's just a fucking addictive game. And hey, Shid, I know you're still watching. But despite your comments there in Tony's chat and many other chats for that matter, yeah, people actually do care about my gaming streams. I do get more viewers than Tony. Not that it fucking matters. I don't give a fuck about the views on my gaming stream because I know that most people aren't going to be down with the games that I play. Okay, it's not like the latest, greatest, I don't know, what is that new one? Eden Ring, apparently kids are playing. Fortnite is still popular. People play PUBG. I know it's not. And again, there's a lot of people that just don't tune into gaming streams, period. You know, some of them want a place to hang out. Some of them just want to watch somebody play. But it's not like, it's not a drama stream. So obviously you don't have this much interest from losers like Shid. So, of course, it's to be expected that there aren't going to be many viewers. But then to compare that to, oh, well, Dave doesn't get as many viewers as this. No, I get more. But it doesn't matter because it's just a gaming stream. It's the same repetitive thing over and over again, or you're just playing a game and watching it progress. There's nothing to it. It's not, obviously, like we've done today, having a proper, good conversation. No, it's just a very, very simplistic thing. And Shit is probably the type of guy that would go watch a 12-year-old stream some game and make fun of him because he can't play it right. Shit, you're a loser. You're a loser. And it gives me great pleasure that I've put you in your place, that I've embarrassed you, and that others have embarrassed you, quite rightfully so. And the best part is, again, that comment. That comment will keep me warm even in the coldest Canadian nights. That you weren't able to humble me. And that you were hoping this other person would be able to humble me because you were just so bothered at the fact that you couldn't. That's going to stay with me forever. Forever. And it's fucking beautiful. Fucking beautiful how much I've literally driven you mad. Like a splinter into your brain. And there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can say, nothing you can do, nothing. You are impotent. You probably also shoot blanks. And I'm still here. And you are now forced to go to the only places that haven't banned you, like Tony's channel, and continue to use different accounts to cry about me and Ken. And Ken's channel is dead. Nobody watches him. He's going to be alone very soon. Really? Really? Your pain is my pleasure, Shid. You don't understand how much it brings me joy. It really does. Knowing that I am torturing an evil demon, which is what you are. But also knowing that you have no control over me and that you know that. That's the more important thing, is that you know you have no control over me. And that you feel helpless. You feel impotent, which I guess just reminds you of your normal life. But that's what really bothers you, is that you can't live a fantasy online. You're being forced to live the exact same way you live in real life. Pathetically, impotent, and powerless. And it gives me great pleasure. Great pleasure. I guess maybe I could be the Marquis de Sade. Not that you'd probably know that reference there, Shid. Let's see here. Apparently the goon is heading out. Well, I would have said this earlier if I realized that he was leaving soon, but commenting on cryptocurrency, what I've been observing for quite some time. Again, I worked in IT, so I knew when this stuff came out, and what more specifically what was required to be able to do this sort of thing. To go the theological route and to explain how it basically does align with it being part of the mark of the beast. Okay? But it's not just Christianity that addresses this stuff. So the point is, I've, spoken about that in purely theological terms, and the goon, said on a comment on one of my videos, which I'm not even checking anymore. It's just like, you have a conversation between between the goon and Travis Chicom in my video comments. And it's back and forth. It's like, what is this? A fucking social? Like, you're just hanging out here? Fucking, like, you guys want to fucking chat? Go do it on a fucking other channel. Go do it on, Travis's, channel. Like, nobody goes there anyways, whatever, okay. But do it there. What was this holding this conversation here on my fucking channel and stuff? In my comments, I should say. But, yeah, just, I can't remember where I was going with that. Let me see if I can remind myself. Something about, the goon. You guys want to fucking chat? Go do it on a fucking Tony's channel. And continue. You can't be. That's what you are. And that you feel helpless. And the Marquis de Sade. Shit. Goon is heading out. I would have cryptocurrency. Oh yeah, so the emotional thing. Yeah. So it's not emotional to talk about theology, because again, I also use logic, and I approach things basically emotionally disconnected. I talked about it earlier when Tex was on, is that I must have always been the Tin Man, because I never had as the saying went, if you're under 30 and you're not a liberal, you don't have a heart. And if you're over 30 and you're not conservative, you don't have a brain. Well, I guess I never had a heart. Okay, I guess I'm just the Tin Man looking for my Dorothy to lead me to Oz. But that also kind of shows that I was awake and aware very, very young. So, no heart or not. I'm right, you're wrong, and you know it. And that's what bothers you. So many of you out there just don't like people saying that. You're the participation trophy generation. How dare you tell me that you won the race and I only got the participation trophy? Well, yeah, I've got the medal right here in front of my fucking face. You got that little ribbon there that's worth nothing. They printed them, in the hundreds. Of course we're different. And of course I'm better than you. And you know it. So, imagine that. Imagine having to deal with that sort of situation. How dare you tell me you won the gold medal? I only won the participation trophy. That's how competition works. But that's what you get, with people who are coddled. And there's nothing emotional with discussing the fact that this all seems to be lining up into what would be a full control system. What is the full control system? The mark of the beast. We can take different theologies. We can take different religions. We can take different ancient mysteries and histories and stories and legends. It all comes back to full and total control. And there's a lot of analogies out there, a lot of allegories, stories that are meant to relay the message, like the Tower of Babel, that are actually telling you much more than a literal story. Are there literal elements? Yes. But there's allegory that's being utilized. There's a story that's being told. And for those knowledgeable in the esoteric, they can see through the layers to where the adept knows the full story. And I'm sure that I'll be going into that with Tex at some point in the near future. But certainly that is the case. Sorry, just need a drink of water. Cora says it's a generation of pussies. Yeah, there's a lot of people that, again, keep complaining about, oh, my feelings. Like, well, sorry. Your feelings don't matter. You know, fuck your feelings. Feelings are more important than facts are more important than your feelings. It's as simple as that. And rather than have the ability to discuss things or even debate them, they'll just automatically go into an emotional state, or they'll claim that you're emotional, and yet, you know, the way that you've dissected things. Again, do I get emotional here? I don't understand how anyone could think I do. I think I'm a little bit monotonous and fucking, you know, monotone and droning on sort of thing. But I don't yell. I've never liked to yell. I don't like to yell. It's just, you're exerting a lot of energy. I've got sensitive hearing. It's unnecessary. Why? Why yell? Why? Because you can't control yourself? Well, that's not my problem. How am I responsible for that? Oh, I said something that you didn't like? Again, how do I have any control over how you react? You can disagree. You can respond. But when you start to yell, it really just goes to show that you don't have the control over yourself to be able to handle a mature situation. And I'm too old for this shit, to be honest. Again, people tell me I'm over the hill. Okay, cool. So that furthers my point. I'm too old for this shit. Too old to be yelling. Too old to be dealing with small little infantile minds. I'm not going to train, you know, the kiddies, okay? I might be your stepdad, but that was your mom's job and your fucking failure of a father who walked out on you. I don't even want to whip you because it's just too much effort. I want to take off my belt, okay? Because then it's just going to have to put it back on and so forth. And you just don't fucking slap kids with a $1,000 belt. I mean, maybe some rope, a spoon, bachakla, you know, a sandal. But no, I'm not gonna. I'm too old for this shit. Too old to be teaching the kids. Too old to be fucking just dealing with those that are just mentally inept. You know, I'm better than you, and you know it. You might as well fucking accept it. You don't? Okay, that's fine. You know I can go. But you also know I can leave you with blue balls because I got more important things to do. You know, selling the house thing, you know, that sort of thing. Making sure that my father's, you know, well protected and taken care of, and that he can live his life, you know, fully taken care of. Yeah, that sort of thing. You know, things that are much more of importance than you'll ever fucking know. But again, that's called duty, that's called honor, and that's called something that you'd never fucking grasp or understand. Because I'm better than you, and you know it. So, keep it up, and I could go through the list of the haters. Hater. But, why? Why? I mean, if they want, I could. But I don't need to. I know that many of them do understand my references, and I have named a few. And, you know, we'll see if we get any videos. Hey, maybe I'm helping produce some content, some Dave Tent. No, that doesn't work. Rose tent? No, everything tent is just sounds. I'm just thinking about camping when I hear tent. So it's not going to work. Somebody think of a better name than that. But yeah, I mean, okay, make a video on me that I'm not going to watch, that somebody's going to send me a clip on, that I'll laugh at and say, yeah, okay. You know, today, for example, one of my sparrows got me the screenshots from Tony's chat where Shid was, again, being a fag. And, yeah, I thought I'd play it. We had that clip of Tony talking shit about YR. Okay. But did I even review his shit? No, I'm not wasting my fucking time. And, yeah, I did also want to address, obviously the success of yesterday's show, which will probably make a lot of people pissed off. But, again, as Tex reiterated for me, which I didn't need to even say, we don't give a fuck. It's simple as that. And I do like his attitude. I wasn't thinking exactly the way that he was in regards to being a big source of change. I was just thinking, a couple of renegades there, with their 6-shooters, and we take no prisoners. But he's actually thinking of trying to better, and I've tried, to better this community and wake people up. And, that's why I did Darker Things. That's why I did The Dark Room. But, after a while you start to realize, okay, some people just can't be woken up. But Tex has confidence in this equation. He does still actively work with Joe Cronin. And I'm sure that he would be able to actively direct people to go watch that show. Probably to Joe's chagrin. But it's sort of like it doesn't even need to be spoken. But Tex verbalized it. You're not going to get anything close to what Tex and I can do or will do in this entire community. Nobody talks like we do. Nobody is honest as we are. Nobody's unrepentant and, uncompromising than me and Tex. We tell you how it is, like it or lump it, and you're not going to get any apologies. It's as simple as that. So, yeah, that's, I can see where Tex is coming from, where he is stating that, there's a possibility to wake people up, to inform people, to get people more involved, but more importantly, to sort of, and I liked his analogy of using a flag with like a middle finger. Like it is a fuck you. It's like, sorry guys, enough is enough. We've gone through enough shit here. It's time for people to actually hear the truth, and the cuffs are off, and now you're going to actually see some real action, not fucking anything that's been held back. So, shout out to the 25 viewers, many hate watchers. Hope you're losing some weight with the hate watching. Cora says a great point. Unapologetically honest. Exactly. And it's not like we're not willing to discuss or debate or to delve into a topic, but we are confident because we do spend that time to learn about it, not just talk off the cuff and not have any knowledge about it. Tex even went into the whole issue of being quite observant and it assisting him with his training. So, and yeah, I was going to mention that as well, as I've also been quite observant and always have utilized that to my advantage. And I was also going to mention what Tex was referring to as operational security, or also known as OPSEC. And I'm sure he knows about that. But yeah, that's basically what he was discussing as well. But yeah, that's... we have a great opportunity, I see. First of all, to have fun. to speak our minds uninhibited, to not worry about walking on eggshells or stepping on toes. You're going to hear us blunt. That's it. You might not like what you hear, but we're going to be utilizing the platform to speak the truth. Simple as that. There's also the opportunity to educate people on topics, because clearly we're quite educated on certain things that a lot of people don't seem to be aware of. And as such, like Tech said, it's a good opportunity to get people aware of what's going on. I was going to add another point. Yeah, man, I think I had at most 3 hours of sleep today. I stayed up way too late. I ended up going to bed as the sun was rising. And again, stupid Dave. Didn't plan properly, but whatever. I'm thinking I have to find someone who can sell me some opium. That would be perfect, because then I could just smoke that and it'll just put me out, and I'll force myself to sleep. Now, I'm not going to do no opioids, no fucking chemicals. No, it's got to be natural, flower, plant, whatever, but it's got to be natural. And yeah, opium sounds very nice. Smoke that out of a nice pipe, and basically put myself out so that I can actually sleep, because insomnia is not fun. Especially when you force yourself to adhere to a schedule where you end up only sleeping 2 hours. So, yeah. What the fuck, Casey? You're premiering your video right now? Your Pikmin 3 Wii U Let's Play finale? And you're airing over me. How dare you? How dare you? So the time is 6:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Skype lines remain open. What else? Let me just check a few messages here. Okay. Rather. That message served no purpose. Thank you. So, I should have written a list again. My mind's not working proper, but it's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. That's great. Long weekend coming up here for us Canadians. And the weather should be good. We're getting thunderstorms for the next 2 days, but the weather should be good for me to be able to actually do a barbecue. First barbecue of the season on probably Monday, which is the Victoria Day holiday. So I may make a video that day. I believe I should be able to stream. Somebody told me that you don't need 1,000 viewers or 1,000 subscribers to stream on YouTube anymore. So I'll try that. Maybe do something live. But yeah, definitely want to get that queue going. And yeah, I keep painting. I've been telling people about this. You can check out my shit on Instagram, Devious Dave Rose. Great food clips as well. But yeah, I'm going to be painting some more. At least until I use up all this this paint, and then I'm going to move to a different medium. But yeah, it's fun to do, and clearly, shit, I'm better than you, and you know it. So, we've been going on for about 2 hours 52 minutes, I guess. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna go for 3 hours. I like those round numbers, as you know. So if anyone wants to call in, this is your final time, but we're gonna wrap it up. Still don't know if anybody else is streaming tonight. Don't believe Drew is airing. YR is going to be airing his Music Maniacs with Argnolia Strokabine and Dr. Earl at 7 p.m. tonight. So that's about 45 minutes away. I don't know if I'm going to do a gaming stream tonight. We'll see. Still a lot I could do. I do want to get back to 6 at 8 attack sub. That I've been playing it without streaming it, just to get used to it again, and I think I'm good to go. So rather than an embarrassing loss that I faced last time, we'll be able to give you victories after victories. So, well, the problem with that one as well is that it takes time. So, you know, you're spending a lot of time sort of dodging being found, and you know, I like it because it's relaxing, and yeah, not everyone's gonna want to tune in to watch you know, submarine warfare, but whatever. And soon I will be doing the Fishing Planet game. Cora says the usual Thursday show in 2 hours. I'm not aware of what that show is. I don't know of any show that's on Thursday nights. Maybe I'm just forgetting, but let's see here. So yeah, it looks like I guess we've received all the calls that we're going to get. We're still at about 2 hours 54 minutes. Yeah, 2 hours 55 minutes. And we're going to just wind this time down, just so that at least we can end it a nice round number. But like I said, I might make a gaming stream tonight. We'll see. Don't know what game yet, because again, I'm not really thinking about it. I do kind of want to win the Civilization game that I started, because that was going really well, actually, using the world map, being America, and you know what? That's shit. God damn it. I might have to play that game because it's just so goddamn addictive. Because it was going so well, and just think of all the different things I can do. Might have to do that over 6 at 8 attack sub. And I really want to get playing that game again, because that's also addictive, and you can play mission after mission, and, you know, it gets intense. It's like fucking Hunt for Red October, you know? But, and, you know, there's always Kerbals. So, hey, shit, hi. I'm having so much fun playing these games, and you don't like it, huh? Puss. Let's see, what are we at here? We are at 2 hours and 57 minutes. So another 3 minutes before we shut it down. But, yeah, I guess I'm gonna end up playing Civilization tonight. Gonna have to make some dinner. I'm fucking starving. But, yeah, I guess I'm playing a video game tonight. Guess that's what's gonna happen. And yeah, I think it's gonna have to be Civilization. God damn it, the last time I played, it just went on for so long, and I went to sleep so late. These games are addictive, people, okay? These games are addictive. You have to be careful and watch out. Costanza says he'd vote for DeSantis if he was running. I'd probably vote for DeSantis too, to be honest. But I don't know. Florida is a very weird state. You know, Broward County has a lot of questionable activity. And there's something in the fucking water that's producing all these fucking, what do they call, bath salt zombies. They're fucking eating people's faces off and shit. Fucking freakish. But, yeah, we're going to be closing up in a couple of minutes. I mean, what does this say here? We are at... I don't know, it's giving me the wrong info here. Good job, YouTube. Good job. It's almost at 2:59. All right, so we got 1 minute to go. We're going to go and hit that 1 minute marker before we close up shop. Now, it was a lot of fun for all those that joined us here today, I'm sure. I can tell you that you had fun. Hi, Shid. Hi. Great call with Tex. Good discussion. And, yeah, well, I laid out a few things when it came to the drama. But, yes, I shall forever live rent-free in the minds of others. And I'm better than you, and you know it. On that note, my name is Devious Dave Rose. I'll probably see you later on this evening playing a video game that is just way too addictive and yet was made 30 years ago at least. Yeah, about 30 years ago. 31, I guess, if you want to be accurate. And, yeah, we'll see how that goes. So, I'm Devious Dave Rose, and we shall see you next time.